Hello everybody, and welcome back once more to Anime Yay or Nay. I am TheOutbackAl.
I'm hot for justice.
I'm Yin&Jung.
I'm Chibi-New.
And I'm NVJers.
And we're back with more Magia Record, episode 4. Don't forget to also watch the Naruto thing that came out today that me and Yin did. It's extensive.
Very much so.
Yeah. So, Magia Record 4. What happened last time in 3? It was mostly that dream sequence, and we got Iroha back, and that. And then this one, they're infiltrating the Magius?
Yep.
Or at least trying to?
Yeah, they trying to go to the hotel place and they
Hotel, what was it, Faint Hope?
It's
Hope Faint?
Faint Hope Hotel.
Okay.
but they get transported.
Faint hope.
Oh,
They're in
there
the
we
basement.
go.
What was it?
the opposite.
Hotel Faint Hope. It's something to do with little bits of hope
But
and
listen,
it's a hotel.
I remembered hope was the last word. I have a problem.
Hotel California. Gotcha.
Okay.
They don't even go to the hotel. They go to the basement. So like they gotta take
Yeah.
I gotta take a train. And I was I know this is stupid, but I was just waiting the entire time for somebody to yell "tasty" in the backseat of the train.
Nah, that's some other guy's thing. That's a very different. Well, it's kind of the same. I don't know. They're kind of magical girls in that show, aren't they?
Absolutely.
I think Inosuke is. I still want the Inosuke Rangers. I think that'd be a great story.
That'd be cute.
At least
But-
a series of shorts.
Oh yeah, just like pop them at the end, like
Yeah.
Juju Scroll or whatever.
That'd be
that thing.
great.
Yeah. So they're looking for the Magius people because bad things with doppels and all that sort of stuff. Because it turns out, hey, this is not that great of an alternative to witches, and we see that even more so this time around because we got what's her face and what's other her face.
Reina and Kaede.
Yeah, there
Or
you
as
go,
you
that's
called
her.
them, the lesbians.
I mean, they're clearly in love with each other.
Yeah.
So,
But they always fought with each other though too.
It's
I mean,
called
yeah.
being the old married couple stereotype.
That's
Yeah, exactly.
But the one girl literally wished her dead the last season.
Okay, you know what?
That's how you know
Sometimes
they're
it happens.
married.
Yeah, that's how you know.
That is, yeah.
it's called kismasis.
I don't know that word actually.
Don't worry about it.
Explain it to
I'm
me later.
curious now.
Explain it to us later.
Same.
Anyone watching this can just Google it, pull up in another tab. I don't know. We don't really care.
That laughter makes me think maybe they shouldn't.
Well,
It's Homestuck.
Ow.
don't look it up. Don't look it up. Just don't look it up. Save yourself some time. Go watch the Naruto podcast that we did. Hey, it's less than 3 hours. So
Yeah, barely.
yeah. Oh, it was like 2:49, I think.
Yeah.
It ended up
Yeah.
at. Yeah, you know, we cover like 135 episodes in there. Enough plugging. So, yeah, they're getting into this, and they run into. I called them the Yin-Yang twins last time because that was kind of their doppel form or whatever. They're the flute people. They're the only twins in the show,
Amane sisters.
Yeah. and they're like kind of blocking their path in. What did they end up? Oh, there was like they come across like some sort of like it's a witch factory.
Yeah.
They're like capturing witches, feeding them with the people's emotions that they capture in the rumors, which I think we mentioned last time. Someone was commenting like, "Oh, it's like the Matrix." I'm like, "Of course it's like the Matrix. Why else would you be capturing humans? You got to use them for something." And yeah, so they're making witches to make grief seeds production kind of thing. And there's a go ahead say who's guarding the place.
A what?
Freddy Fazbear.
Oh yeah.
Right.
It was very
Yeah.
much Freddy Fazbear.
Yeah, and then there's a big fight. Everyone's having a good old time with that. Not Homura almost turns into a doppel, but then the red old married couple person, Kaede, she turns into her doppel and doesn't turn back because, you know, she did it too much.
Yeah.
She turned into, what was it? Venom, Carnage, what was it?
I just been calling them, like, you choose either one. They're both symbiotes. But yeah, she, like, kind of perma-turned. And, yeah, so then, I guess we can just call her New QB. The coordinator, yeah, her. She's even got, like, the white motif going on. How did we not see this coming? She's got, like, the white coloring.
I mean, I knew
like,
she was untrustworthy from the
No,
first
we
season.
know that, but there's, like, untrustworthy, and then there's we're using you to basically kill you all off for our own benefit kind of thing. And... yeah, so apparently she can't turn back, and now they put her in a Christmas bulb.
In a room that was very much like Willy Wonka and the
Oh,
Chocolate Factory.
Oh yeah, this is very much someone's going to need an Oompa Loompa song about this. And yeah, she's basically like, we only saw specifically in detail the ones that are like in the room with her, like a bunch of bulbs, but like we saw the wider shot that extends outward. There's like whole lines of these, there's like whole Christmas lines of these bulbs coming out of this place. A lot of people have been turned into
A
permadoppels.
lot of magical girls that turn into doppels.
And they're like, well, what do we do with her? Well, she's not a witch. She's not going to give a greasy, and technically she's still alive. So it's like, okay, we can't kill her. We're going to have to leave her like this forever, or until the Magius succeed in whatever they're trying to do. And even then, they're like, well, we don't know if we can turn her back or not. So this was kind of a raw deal on top of a raw deal.
Yeah.
It's like,
They're like, all right, she's a permanent doppel now. Let's just put her in the doppel gachapon machine.
yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
It does. It really does. And I mean, hey, well, I'm going to throw it out there. That might be like a reference to the game,
Maybe,
perhaps.
maybe.
I mean, it's a little dispenser kind of looking thing.
I want one
I
to hang on my backpack.
feel like by the end of this, someone's going to break that place and release all the doppels, and it's just going to be an army of doppels out. And they have to like,
Is that how they defeat Walpurgis Nacht?
who knows?
Oh god.
Maybe.
It could be a possibility. You got an army of super mini witches to fight one big witch. I could see it happening. We're already seeing Walpurgis Nacht show up. The
Yeah.
Typhoon's coming.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah, they literally said on the news, the typhoon is sucking up the typhoons, and I'm just like,
it's eating other typhoons.
It's like
I mean, that's a thing that does happen.
It is.
but
It's one big.
It's just the way they describe it.
It's one big superstorm.
Oh yeah, yeah.
it was like that.
gonna be
It's like that. I forget what that game was called. We used to play it in high school, where they're like the little ball, and you have to.
Katamari.
Yeah.
No. it was like a flash game where you had to like eat all the. Like, it was like amoebas.
Nobi boy.
No.
Let him
I
explain the whole thing.
know. It's God. It's something.io.
Oh.
It was very popular. Like I think a lot of Let's Players played it. Where
Is
you
it
have to,
essentially Katamari?
no, you have to suck
No.
up things
You
and
know what I'm talking
I
about?
know
get
what
right?
you're
bigger
talking about.
and
I know what you're talking about.
Sounds like
I
Katamari.
don't know.
No, it's like you were literally a little dot going around and eating up a bunch of other little dots.
Oh, yeah.
And taking up other people's territories and
Yeah.
getting
Oh,
bigger
particle or something. It was like something along those lines.
I don't know.
I know what you're talking about. But
There's a number of games like it. There's like a snake version of it. There's like a
Yeah.
whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Or blob or I don't know. That thing is doing that.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming. You know, we got a jailhouse full of turned magical girls. We have the possibly dying rumor maker, and you know, a whole lot of other stuff going on. It's kind of chaos at this point.
and then Madoka and
Yeah, they're
Oh,
there.
right.
We are not getting a lot of
Agario?
screen time.
yeah, they get like 30 seconds of
That's it.
screen time.
Agario.
Agario.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think. Like the only other thing I can really talk about, like, I mean, we've mentioned before that the animation is great. I think their choice of camera angles is not good in this one, especially in the action scenes, because it's so many
I
close-ups
can't follow it.
and so many fast cuts.
Like it's really nice looking, but yeah, it is a lot to take in all at once.
Yeah, this is not. These aren't easy fights to follow.
No.
And then at the beginning of the episode where Iroha was trying to talk to Kurohei, she kept doing like the pose where you put your arms against the wall and like just
Those elbow angles were really fucking
like
weird.
she just stared right into
Yeah.
your soul. I'm thinking this is just Shaft. All you need is a neck twist and desk and you're good.
Yeah, someone's trying to show off, and you know, granted, I feel like the whole series has kind of shown off its animation very well. I still think all of these are you know, if you pause it, it looks great, but in motion, it's a little too much at times.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping they maybe pull back on that in the next episode. Because like before that, we've had plenty of fight scenes that were very like fast paced and like over the top, but like it was like medium to wide shots the majority of the
Yeah.
time, so you could kind of see everything happening.
I mean, I think we've just been spoiled because of the rebellion fight between Homura and Miami.
To be honest, I think the majority of the fights in this show so far, 4 episodes in, they've been on par. Like it's kind of astounding.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's like, you know, maybe pick some wider angles so we can actually appreciate what we're seeing a little bit.
Yeah, so many close-ups of the face.
Yeah, which is fine. That's fine to have occasionally, but like when your whole fight is in close up, it's like, what am I even looking at anymore? Sometimes. I don't know. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on Anything else happening? I'm trying to think if I missed anything.
No, it's
Pretty much it.
You're contemplating.
I mean, Kuroe did sort of like get introduced to Yachio in the house.
Right. She's feeling judgy because the place is not clean.
Yes. Again, Yachio's stuck fighting the sisters.
Yeah. I mean, I got bets on her.
Yeah.
She can handle herself.
So the wings of the Magius did show up at the end. Toka, Nemu, and then we also had Alina, who was there at the
These
round
are all
table.
names that I definitely know.
Green-haired girl with a police cap.
Ah! Now you got me.
That's Alina Gray. She's the one
No,
who's
she's green.
She has all of
I'm
the
being a
little...
dick.
I know you are. She has all of the green little cubes. She's like the... God.
She's the Rubik's master.
I would like to say like...
She's Ukyo from Amnesia Memories.
Yes. There you
Haven't
go.
played.
Noise?
Yeah, actually, yeah. That was
Yeah.
sort of honestly the first thing that I thought of when I saw her and
The
like the
cubes.
cubes. I was like, are we in the middle of dramatical murder doing a rhyme battle?
I'm gonna be real with you.
It
I
takes
think
such a turn.
I think this show's probably a lot better than Dramatical Murder, personally. Not a high bar to jump. But, you know.
Yeah.
I'll just say this. There's people that absolutely love that game but hate the anime adaptation.
No, I know.
No, the
anime
is
is so
shit.
bad.
Was shit. And the reason it was shit was because they used all of the budget for the last episode with the dog.
Of course.
Well, who doesn't like a puppy? You know?
They turned the dog into a human.
Never mind. Yeah, where do we feel like this is going? I mean, we know Walpurgis is on the way. I mentioned the thing about the army of Doppels. Any other thoughts on possible future theorizing? I feel like we're finally in the point where we're like, okay, we wrapped up all the storylines from last time. Now we can really like think about like what's going to happen moving forward.
So, what episode was this? 4?
4.
Okay.
So we're halfway through this season, air quotes.
So I feel like at this point they kind of just have to take down the wings of the Magius.
Mhm.
So, and at that point, I feel like the last 5 episodes will probably...
Season, air quotes, 3.
is probably going to be the Walpurgis Nacht fight, but that's just my thoughts because obviously we have the current big bad now, and then we have the big bad that's coming in from the ocean. So...
Okay.
That's
And then
my
also
thoughts.
there's the 3rd season technically with the
Well, that's what we're talking
That's what I mean.
Oh,
The 3rd
Walpurgis
season
Nacht is like
is going
all
to
season
be
No.
that.
When do you think Iroha's sister's finally going to show up? Or is she really not real? What if that's a possibility? Also, when QB going to get a brain?
I don't know.
Kobe doesn't.
I don't know. Maybe QB is her sister.
Oh, fuck.
I know you're saying that as a joke, but what if?
No, I actually...
What if baby QB is baby QB because that?
I'm
That'd be
actually
great.
not saying it as a joke. I've actually been thinking this for a while.
Righty-dighty then.
That would explain why it's drawn to Iroha and her friend. So
That explains why it's able to get in there. It doesn't have part of that hive mind thing.
Wow.
Well, why is she acting like a cat?
I mean, she doesn't remember who she is.
Sometimes I act like a cat. You just do
I
it.
think I'm wondering if they couldn't write her out of existence. But
That's fair.
the one thing in
If
order
we're going
to
with like
cure her,
conservation of mass,
yeah, but in order to cure her, like,
they had to turn her into a cat.
yeah, and they're like, well, we'll turn her into one of us, but she just won't be.
I'm gonna be real with you.
One of
I
us.
still feel like that's a jump in logic. I mean,
Yeah.
last time we had, what was his name? Kyosuke.
Uh-huh.
He had like some really bad injuries. Done. Wished it. It's over. It's
Yeah.
cool. I genuinely.
His wasn't life threatening though.
I get that.
It just threatened his happiness.
I get that, but it's still one of those things of like, they could turn a person into a god. They could have fixed cancer if they needed to.
Well, then where would all that suffering have come from? Because they needed it for entropy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
You
can't
still
have
need a girl.
you can't have
It's a
hope
numbers
without
game.
despair.
Well, the thing is like, I think Iroha's despair would come through her sister and not being able to find her sister.
True, but at the same time, she's not Madoka. She doesn't have all the potential in the world
Yeah.
to become, like, the cure of entropy.
They want her to become a witch, though.
They want everyone to become a witch, but I'm just saying, like, at a certain point, it's like, how much effort you're willing to put into one thing versus another thing is like, is Iroha worth it that much?
I don't know. I feel like they're willing to do
You
a
want
lot
to know
of
what they're
stuff.
doing?
What are they doing?
They're making themselves suffer by making themselves work harder.
Their suffering doesn't matter. They don't have emotions.
No, they're adding to the entropy. Don't worry about it.
They don't add to the entropy. They don't have. This is You just jumped in on this. You have not been watching.
I have not.
So, any, I don't know. We got anything else to cover? Any last thoughts on this?
No. I've said my piece.
It's a good piece. It's interesting.
I think you had a
looking
great
forward to see
point about
Yeah.
if that is the younger sister.
Yeah.
Maybe she doesn't even remember who she is.
I mean, it's certainly a possibility.
I'm wondering if she's just lost sentience.
Very possible. There's a lot of possibilities here, Well, I guess we're just going to have to see what happens next episode and go from there. Who knows? Maybe they're going to make some big reveals. Maybe they're not.
Just
No
this
idea.
is supposed to be a pocket dimension, right?
Eventually, yeah. Right now, it
It's
could
like
be
a
considered.
happy ending, I feel.
Yeah, it's going to have a happy ending. And that's why it doesn't stick around.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna have a happy ending.
Apparently, according to the game, it's a pocket dimension that's like, it was originally part of the timeline, like it gets sequestered off, and it's where people are going to be. So it's going to have a happy ending, but it's not going to matter because in the long run, it won't be part of the real timeline. That's just convoluted mumbo jumbo to say this is its own thing. Don't worry about it in the larger context of Madoka. I guess.
So is there any real point in hypothesizing whether or not the sister comes back? She's
Yes.
gonna have to.
Because it's interesting to theorize, where has she been? I got nothing else here.
Also, because it's like pertinent to Iroha's character.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's the.
She is
Her
the
story.
one of the main protagonists, at least. For
I was
this
gonna say
show.
main character, but really Yachio's been the main character this season.
Like her and Yachio are like dual protagonists at this point.
It's a little more Yachio at this point,
At
but
this point,
this
but
is the first time we've had a real
yeah.
episode.
So it's like, because at first it was all Iroha for most of the time, and then we kept getting
Yeah.
more people, and now it's more of a Yachio centered story, mostly just because Yachio was available.
I guess, yeah. Well, I guess we'll see what happens next week. Also next week, what are we watching? Second half of Jujutsu Kaisen?
Yeah.
Yeah, gonna have things to say about that.
Ah.
Don't forget to watch Naruto this week. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon for notifications. If you enjoy this video, give us a like, and if you haven't already, check out some of our previous episodes, our daily gaming videos, or our parody series Madoka Magically Abridged. See you next time!